My lovely gemstones, and hello, my crystal flowers, whichever you prefer to be called. I'm here today on our first episode of my podcast, They Don't Understand. This podcast, I wanted to talk about the topic of childhood. Now, childhood can be a really, really touchy topic. Why? Well, because it depends on what kind of childhood the person really had. You see, some people have great childhoods, amazing childhoods even. But some people aren't as lucky and they don't have very good childhood. They have like traumatic instances and they have a lot of problems related to their childhood. And as much as I don't want to touch on that, I think it's necessary to understand what other people go through. Because you see, though we cannot stay in the past and we shouldn't stay in the past, it is important to understand what that past is so you are able to let it go. Now, I'm here to tell you my own story, my own childhood, and maybe even inspire others if I can, that is. Inspire others, motivate others like they have motivated me and helped me. So, to begin, childhood really depends on the type of parents you have. You could have Hispanic parents, you could have immigrant parents, Asian parents, Arabic parents. It really just depends. I don't want to get into the depth of like races and stuff. I don't want to do that. But for now, we are going to be talking about the most common type of parents, which are Asian parents. As you know, Asian students and kids are expected to have high expectations to become doctors, to become lawyers, to become something huge in the future. And things like YouTube careers and acting and artists are just pushed aside. And Asian children, mostly, are not able to express the creativity that they have inside. It's not all about medicine. So, from a young age, I myself have been learning about biology, the human body, the anatomy, and stuff, and everything that basically a child need to become doctor. And I myself, I am still in school right now. I'm doing my classes and everything, and I have picked my subject, which is biology. Uh, though I do not want to or do not intend to become anything in the future. This seems like something that a typical Asian parent would say is that I'm a disgrace to my family, I'm a disappointment and a failure. This is what I usually hear from not just my parents, but from other people as well. Well, the problem is like we are said to have such high expectations that we can't fulfill them. It's almost inhumane, not inhumane, but like if you don't know, this generation is different than last generation, and we call this generation Gen Z, right? Or I'm not aware of what they properly call it, but in my state of mind, that's what they call it right now. So it works different, because and I can search this up right now, but I'm not going to. But a lot of people have mental illnesses, like a lot. Depression, ADHD, autism, Down syndrome, you name it. But the most common that I've seen is depression, anorexia, bulimia, and mostly ADHD. Well, to what I've seen. There are many others that are many very common. Anxiety. Anxiety is a huge one. And even I have anxiety. Everyone does. Just some people tend to take it harder than others. And medications aren't always used for helping it. So, if you are raised in an environment that encourages like high expectations, high standards, high pressure, and all of this, you are dented with the pressure. You are crushed by the pressure. And basically, you can't exactly do what you want to. What I'm trying to say is like Asian parents are following their own Asian parents' footsteps. They've become successful, maybe, they haven't, maybe, and they want to make their kids accomplish what they couldn't. Most of the time. Not always, most of the time, this is what happens. And so they pile all of this work onto their kids, and the oldest kids are the ones who take it the hardest. And I've seen this for myself. I myself am the oldest of three. Of four, actually. I'm counting me in. So I'm still a very young age, and I'm taught to be mature, more mature than I actually am. And this is really troublesome for much people because I can handle it. Well, not really, but I tend to handle it as best as I can. Keep on with my studies and keep on with my social life, my family and friends, to some extent, that is. But some people, they don't have the mental capacity to be able to do that. They aren't mentally strong enough, and it leads to other things. It can lead to a lot of things like depression, serious depression. I see that a lot of on the memes and things on the internet nowadays make fun of depression a lot. And I've seen being made fun of depression, being called depressed as a funny joke, like a humorous thing. Which is okay, but it's, to some extent it's okay. Really, we have to understand that mental illnesses are not a joke. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little distracted from the topic, but let's go back to there. I'll have a whole discussion on mental illnesses one episode, surely. Childhood is a point in a child's life that is like where he learns, where he starts to explore, where he starts to discover, and the thing to note is what happens there will haunt him for the rest of his life or her life, depends on. And the thing is, it's really hard because you don't know uh, what's going to happen because the child could be really strong, really weak, and we don't know. And we don't know how to definitely avoid it either. For example, a child gets traumatized at a young age. You think that, oh, he's just a child, he's gonna forget it. No, that's not what happens. It's a really traumatic event, so you can't really forget it. And it's just stuck in the back of your brain and it leaves a mark. Now, I've heard this everywhere, and I'm going to say it here too. And I've even said it in my dream drama video. Um, what? Let me remember real quick. Basically, it's like words hurt deeper and they leave scars. Some scars heal, some scars don't. But the scars that heal leave marks, and those marks are here to stay. And we can't cover up those marks because those marks are the indicator of our struggles. The journey that we have been through, that is the only indicator it has because, and I have been told this just yesterday, that I cannot understand what a person has gone through and a person cannot understand what I have gone through. So really, it's a lose-lose situation here, right? But the most we can do is be there for each other. And I've seen this toxic society. It's so toxic. It's so poisonous. It's so overwhelming. It's so, I can't even explain it. It's so much, and it's like undescribable. Uh, you see how much hate a person gets for just being who they are. For example, and this is one of the biggest examples, females. Females go through so much. Now, I'm not saying that males don't. They go through so much as well. And I'll cover that too. Females at a young age, since their childhood, are told to wear skirts, wear pink, be good, be disciplined, be girlish, be female, be disciplined, and don't be a brat, don't be spoiled. which is reasonable, yes. But the things that society has told us to follow, the the standards that we have to follow. Wear skirts. It's too long. It's too short. It's not good enough. It's not sparkly enough. It's too sparkly. And what about the girl's physique? Oh, that's a whole different story. The girl is too fat. The girl is too skinny. This girl is too slender. This girl is too slim. The girl is just not good enough. The girl isn't like properly figured. And one and this is just one or two of the things. Then we come on to hair. It's too light, it's too dark, it's too dyed, it's too rough. Then the face. Her skin is too fair, her skin is too dark, her skin is too tan, her skin is too orange. We really don't know where to go. And as for males, males have it worse too. You have to earn for your family. You have to keep up a standard. You have to be the strong one. You cannot cry. You cannot live freely. You have to do what you are made to do. You have to be the breadwinner. You have to get a job. You have to get married. You have to take care of kids. You have to pay child support, which is child support is okay, but yes. But really, it's just being piled on to both of the genders, and it's creating resentment towards both of the groups and the forces. And basically, what we are left is the world to be resenting on. We are left to resent the world, and we cannot do anything about it because that's how society is. That's how our society has made us, and that's just what it's done. Like, there are so many standards, there's so many insecurities, there's so many problems, mental problems, physical problems, emotional problems. Mental problems are the biggest factor of everything that's happening, at least in my opinion. I am not going to judge anyone's opinion. I am not like that, no. But I'm just saying that these are the biggest indicators. Uh, so, really, as I was going to say, one of my parents, was extremely strict. And my other parent, my father, was not as strict. He was gentle. He let me do what I wanted, but not in a bratty sort of way. No, no, no. My father encouraged me to be who I wanted to be, while my mother wanted me to succeed, to be better than my mother and father's side, to be better than my cousins, to become a doctor, to shine their name all throughout the world. Typical things, right? But the burden that was placed upon me is something that no one will understand, and I cannot understand anyone else's burden as well. And really, it's just heartbreaking that you can be the hero in someone's story, and no, you can be the hero in your own story and be the villain in someone else's story. And really, I keep getting distracted, but I have to talk about these things. And I'm sorry if you find this annoying, but I really do want to talk about these things. Now, as you know, I'm working on a novel, and I've made this podcast dedicated to this novel. And what you don't know is how much I've given to be here at this point, which is not much, but to me, this is the world. I have gone against my mother, not in a bad way, and I do not plan to go anything more than this because this is already enough. But really, I started this channel secretly, and I gave it to my brother. As you know, my brother's account got deleted. He was successful and whatnot, but that's not what we're here to talk about right now. And I struggled with school for a long time and tried to upload consistently, and now I really couldn't, so I just planned on giving up. And really, I said, what if I add my voice to my videos? Because my videos were really hard to make and they had to be made on a phone. And this is not my phone, mind you. This is my brother's phone, and I do not have my own phone. So I had to take individual screenshots to make my videos. And I couldn't do that because it took a long time, it took a lot of energy, And by the end of the day, I was too unmotivated to want to make more. So I decided, why don't I become a sort of a gamer? What if I become an all content creator? Like do whatever I want to, like do multiple things like cooking, vlogging, blogging, gaming, streaming, everything. I wanted to do that. And I tried. I did try. I genuinely tried. And I still am trying. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to write. I love writing. And as you can tell by my videos of DDLC, I love literature. I've written a few poems. I've written stories. And I'm working on a novel. So I wasn't encouraged to do any of this by my mother. My mother said, stick to your studies, become a doctor, stick to your studies, study for exams, study in general. But I didn't want to, and the only thing that kept me going was my father. Now, I've been supported in every decision by my father, and sometimes, most of the time, by my mother as well. And it really just goes to show how far your parents' support can take you. And if you don't get that specific support, I don't think you'll be able to be motivated enough to do what you want. I'm not saying that you can't do it at all. No, there are people that can do whatever they want without their parents' motivation. And I admire them for that. I adore them. I'm really like inspired by them. But I can't. I need my father's, my mother's, my brother's motivations, their support to move on. And if I can't get that, I won't be able to do it. That's just how I am. So really, it's a really touchy topic, really, for some people. And I had a happy and good childhood. And I'm not going to say anyone that, oh, he had a bad childhood, so he's just like this and that. No, no, no. Everyone is amazing and everyone is perfect in their own way, and they cannot say that they are like not good enough, they're not perfect enough, they had a real bad childhood, so they can't do this. No, this is all bullcrap. And I know I'm not allowed to swear, but I'm going to have to because I have to make my point clear here. What I want to say, basically, is that we can do whatever we want despite our differences, despite our race, despite our childhood, despite our trauma and experiences and struggles and sacrifices and everything. We can be what we want to be. And I wish to support everyone in my family and you guys in your journeys. And I hope you guys can do the same. So, I think this should be the end of our first part of our podcast. I don't think I spoke much about this issue, but I certainly hope that I could change your views. Uh, Basically, what I want to prove here is that people are not defined by what they do, who they are. No, actually, what they do and where they come from. It's defined by who they are. And you never know what people are going through. And I've said this in my Instagram post as well. Life is like an open book. You have to search for the answers. And everyone wants to know how the book ends. And once you find out, you regret it. And you want to go back to the first chapter. But you can't, because you already know how it's going to end. So, really, all I want to end this video is on enjoy your life, enjoy your teenagehood, your adulthood, your early teens, like your childhood. Enjoy it. I know not a lot of teens watch my videos, probably. Not a lot of kids watch it, but still, to whoever is watching, I need you to enjoy your life. I know it's really hard with everything going on, but really, it'll get you so far in life. It'll give you motivation. Listen to music, meditate, work out, read, do whatever you want. Don't let anyone stop you from doing the good things in life. And don't twist my words. I'm going to say this right now. Don't twist my words. Do good things, not what you like want to do, like what you want to do, but like good, respectable things, like lawful things, legal things, basically. Don't just go out and murder someone because you want to. No, that's not the way. That's just going to make your life a living hell. I'm sorry, but I just had to clear this out because many people twist each other's words. It's really just irritating and it's really just it beats the point of everything, basically. So yeah, this is all I wanted to do, and that's I think I'm going to wrap this up now. Really, just enjoy your life. That's all I can say. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but it doesn't matter now what you have gone through. It matters that who you've become. That you have stayed so strong for so long. So why do you want to give up now? Now I want you to go and get up and do what you want. Read a book, start some music, write some music even. Do whatever the heck you want to and don't let anyone stop you. And I think that's all for today because the time's up. Our time's up. And yep, that's all. I'll see you next time, my crystal flowers. Have a good one.